Good morning, it is Saturday the 6th of September. It's just coming up to 12:30. So yeah, I've not done a video for, I think it's about 3 weeks now. The last Uber shift I done was the 16th of August. It's now obviously the 6th of September. So yeah, over the past 3 weeks I've managed to go on holiday twice. I'm halfway through moving house. And obviously I've just been like trying to squeeze as many private jobs in between all that at the same time, so I've had absolutely zero time for Uber whatsoever. But finally come today, a little bit free time. I've had jobs late last night, I had some this morning, but yeah, I'm pretty much free today anyway. Busy again tomorrow, but yeah, free today. So thought I'd come back out, see if anything's happened in the past 3 weeks, see if Uber drivers are being paid better. But no, yeah, just thought I'd come out and see what's happening. But yeah, you might have only just noticed that the last video had been updated or uploaded, should I say, the one where I ran out of charge. So yeah, I just didn't get round to uploading that. I could have streamed it or uploaded it via my phone, but I was waiting for like the broadband and everything to be installed at the new property. So yeah, I held off on that. So obviously that one's going to go live, and then this one's going to go live pretty much straight after it. And yeah, that's about it really. So other than that, I will keep you posted shortly. So let's see what's happening. So it's just turned 3:30. Been 3 hours. It's been ticking over, but I haven't really had time to do an update. When each hour passed, I either had a customer in or I was just about to pick one up. So yeah, hence the delay. So first job, I came online and there was a reservation that was available, which I accepted. It would have took me about 10 minutes to get there. I think it was going from, I think it was kind of like the outskirts of Wigan going to St Helens. It was an XL job, it was going to take half an hour, it was paying £32. But we all know that you don't get jobs before the reservation. And the reservation was in like 25 minutes time. So I thought, worst case scenario, I only get that one job in the hour, which is technically like half an hour job, but it's paid you £32. So I accepted that, and then about a minute later they come up saying the customer's cancelled the reservation. So I took the next job that came up. That was including a £2.50 tip, £12.48. It was a 15-minute job, 4.9 miles. That was going from Skelmersdale in towards Southport. So I know I've always said, like on the channel, I lived out in the middle of nowhere, which I did, but now I've just moved, so now I'm more based kind of in the middle of Ormskirk, so to speak. So when I accept jobs now, because in the past I might be, you know, anywhere between 15-20 minute drive empty going towards my first job, because it was in the middle of nowhere. So yeah, when I came online before, I took that job, and it took me like 2 minutes to drive over to it. So yeah, that then took me into Southport. I then had a little Southport to Southport, £6.92. That was a 12-minute job going 3.2 miles. I then had an £8.20 8-minute job going 3 miles. And then that pretty much took me up to the hour, I would say. So the first hour wasn't too bad, it was about £27.28. Then going into the second hour, I got a surge job, £6.09, 7-minute job going 1.2 miles. Then had an XL, which was a group from, I picked them up from Lord Street in Southport. They were going to Birkdale Golf Club. They were from Dallas, they were over here on like a bit of a golfing trip. So yeah, pulled up, 6 of them came off the Vincent Hotel with 6 sets of golf clubs, and he was like, because normally when I've picked lads up in the past, you just lie them all down. He was like, oh, it's okay if we stand them up. I'm guessing they must have been expensive ones. So they managed to get like 6, they'd be like the biggest golf bags I've ever seen in my life, proper American ones. So they managed to get them in the boot hole standing up anyway. So that was £12.33, that was a 12-minute job going 3.6 miles. I then had a job just round the corner from there, kind of bringing me back into towards Southport, £7.16. That was an 11-minute job going 2 miles. And that was about it for that hour, so that was a little bit slower. That was about 26. And then for the last hour, I had another XL job, £10.39. That was a 12-minute job going 3.7 miles. I picked them up, a group of girls, there was 5 of them, all dressed as like cowgirls, and they all had them little horses that you stick between your legs and gallop around, and cowboy hats and all that. So anyway, she got in, we set off, and she was like, oh, I think I might have made an error. She said, I've put in Southport train station. She said, but I don't know why it's taken us over to like Marina Drive, which was like on the front. So I looked and it says Southport train station. I was like, I've got no idea why it's taking you there. So it was probably, it kind of ran parallel to where they wanted to go, but I don't know where it was taking them to. So I said, I'll just take you to the train station, because that's what they've asked for, but God knows where it was taking them. So yeah, dropped them off the train station, and then I had a £9.34. That was a 10-minute job, 4.9 miles. That included a £2 tip as well. And then the last little job then I accepted because it was taking me over to Tesco's, and I needed to go for a wee. McDonald's was right next door. £4.49, 6-minute job going just over 2 miles. So the last hour was about £25 thereabouts. So over the 3 hours I'm on £77.40, and I've done 9 trips, but I've been offered 30. But of that £77.40, I think £4.50 of it is actually tips. So when you knock that off and then divide that by 3, it comes out at £24.30 an hour. So it's not too bad, I suppose, for Uber during the day on a Saturday, but I would have thought it would have been a little bit better. So I'm going to log back on now. I'll see what happens over the next couple of hours, because I've only used, what am I on? Just thinking about it. Yeah, I've still got like 2/3 of a tank left. So I'll see what happens. Yeah, I'll stay off for another like 3 hours or so. Hopefully things will improve. Because if they don't, yeah, I don't think I'll stay out. But yeah, try and be positive anyway. It hasn't been too bad up to now, I suppose. Still, I haven't been waiting around, you know, for like 10 or 15 minutes for a job or anything. They have been coming through. So I will keep you posted. So just after 4:30, another hour. It's been quite dismal, to be honest. I came back online, didn't I, after the last little update. I think it was like 20 to 4 thereabouts. I got a job, an XL job, including a £2.23 tip. I think it's percentages. I think what I've noticed is, like, I've had a couple of tips today, and it seems to be people, I don't know, from locals, would you call them? You know, people put like £1 or £2 because they put like a custom thing, whereas Americans work in percentages, don't they? It's like if you've been over to America, everything is tips. They always want you to put like 20% of whatever the bill is, so it always comes out as some random number. So the other group that I took, who were playing golf, American, it was like £2.50, and then this other group I took to what's the other golf club? I forgot what the other golf club was called. Let's have a look. Hesketh. So they're over here. I think they're from Miami. They're over here for the next 7 days now, going around to all the courses and whatnot. So anyway, I dropped them off at Hesketh, and you get £2.23 tip. But I think that's just based off, obviously, what it is. They're just clicking percentage wise. And then after I dropped them off, which was about 10 to 4, I then had to wait 15 minutes. Bear in mind, it's like 4 o'clock on a Saturday. I had to wait 15 minutes for a job, and even that, including the pound tip, was £7.61 for a 10-minute job. So yeah, 10-minute job going 4.7 miles. So I'll drop them off, and that was at quarter past 4, and then parked up for about 10 minutes, nothing. So I got bored. I get bored quite easily. So I started driving back from Southport into Ormskirk. It's now 10 to 5. And I've just pulled up here, logged off to do this little update. So technically it's been longer than an hour. So in that past, say, half an hour, maybe just over, I've been offered one job, and that job was an XL exclusive. They wanted me to drive 21 minutes or 11.7 miles to Wigan to do an 8-minute job or 2.3 miles to Wigan. So all in, it was about a half an hour job, which was about 14 miles, and it was offering me £8.41, and that was it. I've been offered nothing else. Yeah, just completely dead. So currently on £95.53, but then if you deduct the tips, because up to now I think it's been like £7. I think it's like £7 something. I totted it up anyway just before, which then brings your total in for £87.40. Yeah, £87.40. So it comes in at about £21.85 an hour. So it's just come down from when I started off to my first update to my second update. Normally it's supposed to start going up as it gets later on in the day. So yeah, it's just gone really quiet. You know, trying my best not to be too negative with Uber. You know, it started off not too bad for Uber, you know, about £25 an hour, but we're now down to £21.85 an hour. So it's then coming into the realms of, it's not too far off working a weekday. So then you're thinking, well, what's the point coming out and working a Saturday? You know, it's even more unsociable. So yeah, I'm not too far away from my house now, to be honest, so I'm thinking I'll nip in here, get some little bits, and I might just go home, to be honest, because I can't be faffed. Not for £21 an hour anyway. Don't get me wrong, I know some people will be made up of that. Some people might be in the same boat as me, saying £21 an hour on a Saturday is crap. In my opinion, it is, to be honest. So I'll see what happens. I might go home for an hour, see if I can be bothered coming back out, but if not, that'll pretty much be it for today. So I did finish on 95.53, but just over £7.70, something like that was tips. I've done 4 hours, but it's saying 3 hours 24 minutes of that was drive time, and I've done 11 trips. So yeah, I'll catch you on the next one, because it's it's kind of perfect. Like I said, it might come out later on, I'm not too sure, but at this minute in time it is kind of 50-50. I know I haven't done Uber now for like 3 weeks, but yeah, bloody hell, it's not like I've missed anything, is it? I've come back to what, £20 an hour on a Saturday. So yeah, I might catch you later. If not, I will catch you on the next one.